Happy Sunday to everyone. It's a beautiful Sunday, light rain, just enjoying the precious gifts nature gave us. And just got out of a great church sermon over here in Malden. And, one thing a lot of us neglect is making sure we're healthy in all aspects. And this isn't me getting into religion or anything like that. But I think a lot of us tend to be imbalanced. Physical health is just as important as our mental health, which is just as important as our spiritual health. And in my opinion, personally, if any of those pillars are lacking or imbalanced, then we're honestly, truly not complete. The physical health is exercise and going to the gym and going for walks. And the mental health is, strengthening your mind, reading, educating yourself, always learning. But I think one that a lot of us, including myself at times, tends to, lack or slacken at times is spiritual health. And you don't have to believe in God. Everyone has something they can believe in. And I don't, by any means, would never push my views on anyone. But I do believe you have to believe in something, because I truly believe we can't do this alone. Especially when we're dealing with dark times or even good times. Good times don't last, bad times don't last. But if we try to do this alone, I honestly feel like that's a recipe for failure. And if we neglect our spiritual health, eventually it's going to catch up to us. Eventually our soul is going to rot. And a lot of us tend to take the easier path in life, and the path that maybe might not be so good for our soul. But I believe the best path to take is the one least taken, as I heard in the scripture sermon today. And it's okay to be the outcast. It's okay to be the minority, when it comes to what path we choose in life. But regardless, I feel balance is key. And exercising our spirit, our mind, and our body all go hand in hand, because we are never going to be physically healthy if our mind isn't healthy, but also more importantly, our soul isn't healthy. There's been times where I've done terrible things to my soul, and didn't matter what else was going on in my life, my body was unhealthy. So when we are lacking in one area, it's like a seesaw. Everything is going to be out of balance. So whatever you decide you want to believe in, as long as you believe in something for a greater purpose, for a greater good, in my opinion, you won't regret it. And I could personally say, when I leave church, and look, I slack, I have my moments that I'm not consistent, but when I leave church, it's such a cleansing feeling. You feel amazing, you feel good, you feel, whatever weight was on your shoulders before feels lesser afterwards, because you feel like no matter what, you're in good hands. And, as long as you're walking in the right direction, good things will follow. And, everything's in the greater interest of God or the universe or whatever we believe in. That's important to believe and understand. So I guess the message here is we can't do this alone. We can't do this alone. We need something greater than us to guide us, because we alone don't always make the best decisions. And having something greater to believe in, to put our faith in, is extremely important if we want to be healthy mentally and physically. Because you can't have one if the others are unhealthy. So I totally stress, and like I said, this isn't about religion. This isn't me trying to get religious on anyone, but point of this is mental health is just as important as physical health, and is equally important as spiritual health for our soul. Because if one is empty and one is rotted and one is weak, the rest will crumble. So I urge you to make sure you're working on all areas, on all pillars of your health, in all areas of life. And I want everyone to have a blessed day, and make sure you realize that bad times don't last forever, good times don't last forever, and you need to believe in something greater than what's on this earth.